It's still you. The good, the bad, the good thoughts, the bad thoughts, the fear, the unconditional love. It's all you. It's all I. And when you see that it's my responsibility to control this, and this is what mental health does, or mental illness, is when we let, it's like driving a fast car and letting go on the steering wheel, and hopefully we're not going to crash. And this is what we do with life. And we've gotten so complacent into thinking tomorrow will be a better day. Tomorrow is not even guaranteed. Tomorrow, actually, in fact, it doesn't even exist, because when you put your head on that pillow, you wake up the next morning, it's now. So we need to stop believing this illusion, and that's what it is. It's an illusion. Fear is an illusion. Tomorrow is an illusion. That we're going to get granted another day. That we're going to get granted another experience. And I know so many people, and there have been books that have been written where studies have been done of people that have reached the end of their life, and the number one regret is they wish they would have lived the life that they wanted to, instead of living the life for others. I'm kind of paraphrasing this, but isn't that true? How many of us, even people listening now, think about it. How many of you have gone to school? How many of you have gotten a job? You've gotten married into relationships you don't want to. You're doing things every single day that you despise, and you don't like who you are. You look in a mirror and you can't even look at yourself properly. When you really take time to look at these things and assess them for the truth of what it really is, you will really start to realize that, again, you've taken yourself away from the most important thing, which is you.
Yeah, I think everything you said is so important, and also I believe enlightening for people who are listening, everything we talked about. And then this is, I mean, to summarize everything we talked about, I think it's also important to understand that this is serious. Like, this is the fact. It's like maybe it was different, a couple of 100 years ago, like maybe 500 years ago, because there wasn't this much traumatic energy built, generations after generations. But now it's kind of like it's serious. It's
Mm.
like a necessity. It's not even an option or a choice anymore.
Mm.
It's kind of like, if you want to live, you have to find a way to stay healthy and well, because you are not, I mean, nowadays you're not fully maybe even born healthy. You're born with all this, distorted thoughts and emotions and all that emotional built, and we have a lot on our shoulders. And that's why we need these methods. And what you said is just amazing. Like, the future isn't even real. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. And the thing is, if you continue doing what you've been doing for the past 10 years, 20 years, I mean, you might even die tomorrow. You might not even wake up. It's like, this is serious. And also, I usually also talk about the importance and the fact that, we take our first breath, we get born, and then we give our last, and we die. And in the most simplest terms, life equals to the number of inhales and exhales you took. It's like, it's just basic. It's just that. And actually, the quality of our lives depends on the quality of our breathing. And that's kind of big, like understanding all of our organs, brain, tissues live, stay healthy and well with breath first.
Mhm.
So whatever problem we have, it's like, it depends on how well we are breathing. Yeah, so we're almost done here with the time, running out of time. What would be the last thing you want to say? What would be and I usually ask the question, like, what would you like the humans to understand and get before you die? Which is
Oh,
a strong question.
that's a powerful
What
question.
would you like to see happening in the world?
For people to remember who they are, remember who you
Yeah.
are. And when you do that, you connect with that breath, you connect with the mind, the body, the spirit, and you truly allow yourself, just for a moment, for a second, to just to be, just really allow yourself to overcome that fear. Because when you face the fear, you realize that in itself is an illusion, that is self created. And when you realize that everything you are creating and manifest is created by self, No one is putting a gun to your head. No one's telling you that this is what you need to do, unless you are in free will allowing this to happen. It's still your choice. You can still remove yourself away from any situation, and you can allow yourself to become you. One of the biggest discoveries I found is, the journey to life is to find unconditional love. We're born into the lives that we have, and then we go into life, learning, growing, developing every single day. And we go through trauma, pain, suffering, happiness, joy. And one of the things that, if you think about it from this perspective, we are born through a creator which is unconditional love. And we are born, through into this life experience to then go back to who we truly are, to find ourselves again. And one of the journeys that I found, and I've done some very deep breathwork journeys, and I've connected to that creator. I also, I do shamanic work and work with plant medicine. And I've been able to connect and really, truly see who we are. And when you connect with that energy, the source, the creator of all of us, you understand that you are that. That's who you are. And you're here having this individual experience. So if that creator is unconditional love, then who am I? Who am I? You are nothing other than unconditional love. So that life journeys, which is why we forget. And we forget to learn to be able to understand in this experience where we are in chaos, in fear, where everything happens in free will. We're here to do whatever we want. As a man, as a woman, you can do whatever you want as long as you're not causing harm to others. People do because, they're still in that life journey. And it doesn't make you who you are, it's your experience. But everyone can change. And when you allow yourself to just take the first step, connect to that unconditional love, whatever it may be. And the one thing I will always say is self-forgiveness is the most powerful tool you can do for yourself, because we're so easy to forgive everybody else and we always forget us. We get put last through every single experience. Stop doing that. Put yourself first. When you put yourself first, everything in your life changes. And let me tell you this. It is the most powerful thing you will do, because your energy will change. The mind will change. You will change the script. When you change the script, your life changes. You connect with this body. You understand what it truly is, what it can do. And believe me, there is nothing more powerful on this planet than this mind, body, spirit complex. You've been fooled. You've been lied to. And when you allow yourself to connect with this, you will shine. The reason you get all of these ideas, all of these incredible things, it's because you are meant to live it. And when you allow yourself to live it, just taking small little steps in doing that breath work, in doing that healing, and you allow yourself to release the things that no longer serve you, and it will include people, places, and things. You will free yourself from these burdens. And the reason you will do that is because you will open doors to things that you never, ever thought possible. And that will be my message.
Yeah, lovely. Thanks so much, Alex. You're such an inspiring human being.